Hello,
Hey,
hello.
hey, Quita.
Hey, cousin B, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm
You know,
fine.
hey, listen. Anytime I get to talk to somebody from the Jack, it always makes my day brighter. So I'm happy to talk to you.
Good deal. I was really excited to hear that you were a JSU alum. I'm a JSU alum. And when I
Hey,
found that, I was like, whoa,
yes,
that's what's
indeed.
up.
We cut from a different cloth, Quita.
They don't understand.
They
Okay.
gon' we'll make them understand.
Absolutely. So, first of all, thank you for talking with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the Tiny Desk contest. So, here in Mississippi at the SIP FM at Jackson State University, I have really been pushing this, especially to our Mississippi artists, because as you know, we have a lot of talent here.
No question.
And some, have rose to the top, like Ray Shrimmer, David Banner, Big Crit. But it's still, I would still see the Tiny Desk as an opportunity for the floodgates to open.
That's right.
So what I want to do is just ask, like, what are some of the commonalities that you see in your finalists, in your winners? And that way, maybe that can give some tips to the artists here in Mississippi who want to rise to the top.
I'll be honest with you, Quita. There's no real recipe. I would like to come up with an eloquent answer for you, but usually it's either a God-given talent or it is a developed talent, where you develop your whatever you're doing over the years. But for us, the common denominator in our winners and some of our top contestants in the past is that they give it their all and we feel some sort of emotion in their submission. You know what I mean? Last year we had from Mississippi Vitamin C, who was one of my favorite contestants. And there's I know good and well how much talent is untapped in the state of Mississippi and in the Jack. So the one thing I will say to any contestants or anybody thinking about entering the contest, you do have until February 21st to chip away and to perfect whatever song and video you're doing. Do not hold back. Perform the best thing you got in your repertoire, and take the time to perfect the way it sounds. Not so much concerned about the visual, although that that's nice. But I'm listening for real effort. I'm looking to get those goosebumps in the performance.
Okay, so that's good to know, because I'm sure some other people are thinking that the visual plays a whole big part in it, and you don't need anybody dangling a desk from 6 feet in the air trying to perform.
It's amusing, but sure.
I'm sure it is, given that American Idol type feel where you see those contestants come in. Okay, well, that is definitely great information. Now, when it comes to what not to do, do you have a few tips on that?
No auto tune. Like we need to know exactly what we're hearing. So don't try to pull a fast one on us. We have a brilliant staff. We have true music experts and industry insiders who know what good music is when they hear it. But for example, if you're no backtracks or anything like that. If you're an MC, if you're a rapper, like find some musicians to play. Find some musicians to accompany whatever you do with the beat machine. Just give us a live, intimate performance. You know what I mean? So not necessarily don'ts, but the main thing is that make sure there's some live instrumentation. Don't try to alter your voice. We don't need a whole lot of reverb or anything like that. Give us that dry vocal with some musicians, and give us your best.
Okay, great. And I have one last question.
Sure.
Just so they know what they're striving for by entering. And again, I'm encouraging every day on my radio show for them to please enter, as many as possible. But what exactly, is the benefit of getting a Tiny Desk concert, a Tiny Desk tour? And I've heard you talk about some of the benefits and some of the accomplishments that some of the winners have made since the Tiny Desk, winning the Tiny Desk contest. So can you just kind of reiterate that?
There are multiple benefits. We have some new We have some new additions this year. But first and foremost, the winner gets to play the Tiny Desk here in Washington, D.C. We take them on a tour around the country. They'll headline that tour. Also, this year, well, you'll also be on All Things Considered. They'll have an interview on All Things Considered. But this year, the thing that's really, really exciting is that you'll be mentored by an music industry professional.
Wow.
And you think about how complex the music industry is. There's so many moving parts, so much of which the average musician or average human being may not know about. So
Absolutely.
I think if we can give as much wisdom and guidance as possible for the winner, I think it'll help them navigate this music industry. Just teaching them about what publishing means, learning how to read a contract, the do's and don'ts, avoiding pitfalls. What a good manager what's the difference between a good manager and a bad manager, promotion, publicists, things of that nature. The great thing this year is that we've expanded our panel of judges, not just Tiny Desk alumni. But we also have, again, industry professionals, people who have been in the industry for years, record label owners, publicists and publicist company owners. So yeah, I think there's so, but not only that, whether you win or not, there's still an opportunity for a contestant. We've had a number of contestants who didn't win the Tiny Desk come and play the Tiny Desk at some point because they made that much of an impression on us.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of opportunity. There's an opportunity to join a community of thousands of contestants in the past. So there's a lot of benefit in joining and entering the contest.
Absolutely. The exposure, the networking, and then hearing you echo some of the things that Brad Kamikaze Franklin has said here about the business part being very important, that artists need to know the business of the music industry, as well as Cortland Liddell. I had a chance to talk to him. He's a mixing engineer that's up for a Grammy from right here in Jackson, Mississippi. So yeah, lots of benefits to entering the Tiny Desk contest, of course, and even winning it, of course, even better.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, absolutely. It's a difference maker. I think once you learn the business, if you learn the business or if you get into the business and you don't know the business, it could get very discouraging. So we're trying to do our part after we shine this spotlight on the winner, so that they can move in a way where they aren't discouraged and they actually have the knowledge to kind of move about. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a game changer. And yeah, I encourage everybody who's thinking about it, who's on the fence about joining or entering the contest, just go for it.
Go for it. You heard him, Mississippi artists. Go for it.
We are watching.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Cousin B. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Anytime, Queenie. You take care, all right?
All right, you too. Bye.
Peace.